everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a design team project for Color Rush Studio. So I am in love with the colors in this kit. I am loving playing with it. So, um, I am also playing along with Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, round 20. So today's sketch is from Melinda Barkman. And funny enough, when I printed this out, I didn't realize, like, to me, it looks like a 9 by 12. It doesn't, and for some reason, I thought it was a 12 by 12. Now, mind you, I probably would have actually done it as a 12 by 12 no matter what, but that's okay as well. So I am starting with this pink paper, and I'm going to use it as a mat. So I did go ahead and gut it because I do want to bring that paper to the foreground. And I do that most of the time with matting my pictures. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I love this colorful heart paper. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim that down to be the center. So here I am matting my photos. So those are all matted, and I'm going to put them down. So instead of 3 photos to make that L, I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have a portrait and a landscape. And then I will work on the decorations from there. Now, for some reason, when I put that pink on that heart paper, it still felt like it was getting lost for some reason, even though the pink does pop with the black colors, but for some reason it just felt too much. So I decided to go ahead and take some white ink and my brayer, which doesn't seem to want to roll great. And I'm going to put that white paint all over this layout. Now, it does dry a little more opaque, which obviously is great because then you can still see the pretty hearts behind it. But I felt like it was just enough. So I put my photos down. I was like, no, it really is not enough. I really want my photos to pop a little bit more. So I'm just going to grab some white cardstock from my stash. And I'm going to do a second layer of a mat. And that I feel like definitely is going to make it pop. So I figured out what I needed, and crazy enough, it was just a piece of white cardstock that we all have in our stash. And if you don't have any extra white cardstock, like you've run out, there's always a like paper pad that has a piece of paper that you're never going to use. So I feel like we can almost always find white paper. So the cardstock I have is super cheap. I'm not even sure where I got it from, but my blade doesn't cut well. I think it might be from Walmart. So I might need to make the trek to Hobby Lobby to try out their white cardstock to see if I like it any better. So because I do have some mixed media on the background of this layout, I decided I'm going to use some liquid glue. So this is actually pictures right when we got into Oahu. We picked up our rental car, and it wasn't quite time to check into the hotel. So we just decided to drive around the island a little bit. And so we stopped out. There was like a turnoff, like a scenic area. So we got out and snapped our picture. You can see it's definitely very windy. And then I took a picture like down the coastline. So that's what those pictures are. So also we get some cut aparts in this collection. And so I actually took 2 of the 4x6 cut aparts And I cut apart that camera and like index card that says keep smilin'. And then I also cut out 3 of those little film bits. I cannot remember the name of them still. And I thought I was going to get them used up because there's a lot of big elements on this sketch. But I also fussy cut out this floral. And so I'm going to get the floral and I'm going to get the keep smilin', but I'm not going to get the little film things. So I need a little something more up in that right-hand corner to kind of get that diagonal design of embellishing on. So I'm going to add a little scallop piece up there. I think I'm going to add a floral. I'm going to change that out for a pear. I don't know why. I just like the shape better. And I'm actually going to swap out that orange for a green one. So that will come soon. Now I'm digging into my embellishments and I love this huge shaker heart. So I'm going to put that down in the corner where it's just a bunch of sky. And then I think about using one of the acrylic flowers, but I don't. I just felt like it kind of got lost, especially when I'm going to add this tag here. So I'm going to put the tag up there. I am going to take the frazzle that came with the kit. I'm going to use the floral one that's like a blue, like a tealy rose and some leaves. And I'm actually going to put that in the tag hole. So here is that green scallop border. I actually do cut it down and only use half of it. And I will take a little bit of time and glue everything. I was kind of in the zone, I guess you could say. A lot of the times I will actually cut out like the gluing because, you know, if everything's going to stay pretty much the same, you really don't need to watch me glue it down. But I was just having so much fun playing. It didn't even occur to me at this particular moment that I was gluing. So I I left that part in. I'm going to finish it off with some tiny word stickers. I'm going to put one at the top that says hello sunshine. I'm going to put 2 over here by the camera. They say bright side of life and right now. And then I felt like something needed to go on the bottom. Oh, this is where I'm going to add the frazzle. I did contemplate doing the polka dot, but I really liked the floral. So I just put it through. I'm going to cut them about the same size. And then I will actually just take some liquid glue and glue it together instead of tying it. And that works pretty well. So, oh, I guess I'm going to do that on camera as well. Lots of glue happening today. So I do still feel like I need a little something down there at the bottom. That piece that I fussy cut obviously is way too big. So I'm going to go back to the sticker sheet and find another scallop border. I am going to find a small word sticker that says so good. And then I am going to add these cute little cherries from the puffy stickers. So love how this one turned out. I will have all the information for Color Rush Studio so you can get your hands on these kits down below. You can also use my code 10Crystal and that will save you 10% in the shop. And then I will have the playlist for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches as well. So that is going to do it for me today. Remember to wear your crown and we will see you next time. Bye.